Okay, so welcome to the series of value-added course, and we are discussing about various medical techniques that can be used in medical lab technology, and today we are discussing about the career, future, and the scope of medical lab technology. Right. So in the morning we discussed about the significance of internship, and in the afternoon we discussed about the significance of resume writing. Now we will discuss about what are the other challenges that we have in this field actually. Okay, no one will discuss challenges, but as there are few challenges that we need to be addressed and need to be considered in this particular field. The first and foremost challenge that we will encounter is the turnaround time. So turnaround time means this is the time taken for the sample to collect the sample to the report generation. The time that requires is called as turnaround time, and dispatching the reports at right time is one of the most challenging situation in a medical lab. Okay, that is a stressful thing, and moreover, that report need to be generated without any errors. The errors should be minimized almost to nullify the errors. That is one challenging thing. Need to do troubleshooting. If we encounter any issues, we need to resolve the issue without sacrificing the quality and quality and the quantity of the samples. We need to ensure there is no errors, there are no false positives in the samples. We need to ensure we need to be professionally well behaved within the lab. There will be, because of this stress, there will be some hesitations. We will undergo some psychological stress, and we will have some issues because of this a challenging environment. So these things are few challenges that we need to cope up in our day-to-day life. Okay, so that is a few things that need to be addressed, and obviously, since the patients coming to the hospital are already depressed, already become anxious about their beloved people, or themselves got some issues, and so obviously they're psychologically they won't be stable. So they might throw some bad words, they might be aggressive, they might be they will push us our limits to the most challenging situations. So we need to maintain, we need to address the patient problems, we need to address the machinery, we need to address the errors, we need to ensure that the reports are dispatched at right time, and also we need to document each and every step without sacrificing any mandatory SOPs that are implemented to do that particular task in the laboratory. So by considering all these factors, yes, medical lab technology is a challenging field. It's not like something that you're working with computers or robots or some other machines. At the end of the day, we are dealing with the people lives, and lives matters a lot. So yeah, that is a few challenges that we will face in this field. And let us see. Yeah, during lockdown, this is the best thing that we can tell. So during the COVID pandemic, we have seen that the medical lab technicians has played a vital role. They become superheroes in order to handle the deadliest thing that is engulfed the entire world. So no one is as close to as the pathogen that is killing people, the COVID-19, and it is the lab technicians. It is we who handled the samples. It is we who process the samples, and it is we who given the reports of the samples of the patients. We have played a vital role in understanding the COVID pathology. We played a vital role in suppressing the pathogen and controlling the pandemic. So yes, medical lab technology is a challenging field, as I stated. So we already know that we are processing many samples. So these are the few important domains that we have in the medical lab technology. We will become expertised in the field of histopathology, where we will deal with many tissues of the body. Then we will become expertised in blood banking, dealing with various blood transfusion studies. Microbiologists dealing with many microbial pathological infections to the patients. We will deal with the phlebotomy. Phlebotomy is the first and foremost skill that everyone need to acquire. The first and foremost skill that I will expect from a medical lab technician will be collection of blood. If you don't know how to collect a blood, you are straight away nullified to do this job. So phlebotomy, everyone at the end of the course, you must know how to collect the venous blood sample. So there is no more excuses in this area. Okay, you must know how to at least collect a venous blood sample safely. Okay, Then obviously through experience you can become a lab manager, and biochemistry is one of the interesting field to work in the medical lab technology. So these are the few branches, the major branches that we can work in our day-to-day life. So then that's it. Then
That is hematology, an interesting field.
yes, hematology, obviously, yes. So blood banking deals with all the blood parameters, yes, hematology. So yeah, career in medical and technology profession. So I need not to say much about career. Many opportunities are there. You need not to worry. Maybe other fields might worry, but not we. We need not to worry. Okay. So yeah, so there are many opportunities. Few of the examples include you can become a healthcare, all these things. Okay, hospitals, education, clinics, even management, information systems. I don't know international students, but in India there is this so-called medical coding become a mushrooming. It's becoming scattered everywhere. People are saying that medical coding. What is medical coding means in European countries. After getting the patients all these healthcare clinical histories, we need to, every clinical history has its own code, a medical code. Internationally they have given codes, like fever has a code, sickle cell anemia has a code, sugar has a code. So now what we are doing is we are taking their case studies, and now we started giving the terms, the terminologies, the codes that are there to the clinical sheet, so they can claim their insurance. So that is called medical coding, and medical coding has a huge opportunities. We are getting income in dollars by medical coding. So that is something really interesting field, which is not directly associated with MLT, but still we are someone who got exposed to all fields of medicine. So we are very good at shining in that field called medical terminology. So if you are a student who can able to remember the terms, the technical tongue twisting wordings, then it is a right job for you to become a medical coder. So there is a professional exam. If you pass that professional exam, you will get an international certificate, an international ID to practice medical coding. And that's really interesting. The pay scale is very good. One of my friends, she doing medical coding, and she's earning around 60,000 per month from my own hometown, from Andhra Pradesh. So see, I'm an assistant professor, but she haven't done masters, but she's earning a very good, same amount like me. So that is a really interesting thing. So yeah, so medical coding is really interesting. So hospitals, I need not to say much. There are many hospitals, branches, andrology, fertility centers, blood banking, bone marrow centers, cell markers, coagulation, computer science dealing with medical things, transfusion services, genetics, histology, drug analysis, endocrine, flow cytometry, forensics, genetics, hematology, immunology, immunopathology. See the branches: infection control, microbiology, mycology, nuclear medicine, parasitology, pathology, phlebotomy, photography in a sense of radiology, platelet studies, quality assurance, serology, stat labs, tissue typing, transplantation labs, urology labs, virology labs. See how many fields we have to work. So most people think that we are only become slaves to that hospital, game over. No, we have many opportunities like this to work. Then coming to the healthcare administrative jobs, we have many fields like a clinical manager, emergency medical practitioner, group practice administrator, hazard waste coordinator, healthcare administrator, health insurance administrator. So all these are various jobs that are available in almost all the countries, in almost all the hospitals, but they won't, they won't say these things to the people. It is up to us to reach them actually. Okay. So yeah, these are few administrative jobs we have. And need not to say much about education. You can become professors like me, and you can start doing all these things. One of my friend, she completed masters in pathology, and she became principal in one paramedical college, so in South India. So yes, immediately after finishing masters in pathology, she became a principal. So yes, even in academics you can shine, right? So then in healthcare agencies, government sectors, like I need not to say much about government. You already know all railway, defense, is even these forensic lab. We can even work in forensic labs because everyone is dealing with human tissues, body fluids, etc. So yes, wherever there is human parts and human analysis are going on, a medical lab technologist will go on. We will go hand in hand. So without us, they can't do their works. So because we are someone who has been extensively expertised in handling human fluids, and in handling the lab flow, a medical lab flow that dealing with the human body parts and body fluids. So yeah, wherever these things, we will shine. And yeah, then management information systems. So the information system, this is where you will get that all medical coding, everything. Okay, programmer, medical coding, these things are really interesting. Then even in management systems, my friend, his name is Ambed actually. So he got a very good job in this marketing actually. You know, these our lab machines are there, right? So he's going to various labs and he's promoting, you know, purchase our machines. So he became a promoter of one particular company, and he's dealing with a region in South India. Okay, in Tamil Nadu, he is the one who is solely depend. He's the in charge of all those labs, their reagents, their equipment, their troubleshoots. Everything is he is controlling. So the company giving money to him, and he is taking. You know, he's a mini manager. So even though he's a lab technician, he's a good expertise. He has almost 10 years of working in lab, so he know how to deal with many machinery, and he can able to speak with the people. If they are discussing about one particular troubleshoot, he can able to resolve it. If he can't, he will go back to the company and he will send the engineer. He can precisely communicate with the engineer and the partner, and what we call the customer. Okay, so very interesting fields. Even you can try these things. Okay, please try to get a job in these companies also. The companies that selling the machines to the labs. Really interesting. Yeah. So, and what else we can do? Many are there actually. This slide is a very big slide actually. Health maintenance organizations, consultancies, physicians, everything. Research. Research is a very big field. There are many research things are there, and you can work there. And our primary roles and responsibilities, you need not to think much. So our primary role will be collecting the patient data, taking the sample, processing the sample, and delivering the reports. So, and also the foremost thing that you need to keep in mind is all these tasks requires a heavy documentation. We are responsible for maintaining records, archives, and reports of the documented things in the lab flow, records of the testing you have done, records of the reports you have done, records of the specimen condition, records of the sometimes we will discard the specimen because of some parameters. Maybe it has hemolyzed. Even those things need to be maintained. So unless and until there is a record maintenance, our lab won't get any accreditation. All accreditation councils requires a heavy documentation, because records are the proof of what's going on in the lab. So yes, we need to maintain the records, and it is our responsibility. We cannot ignore, we cannot say that we are only dedicated for doing testing and I won't do any documentation work. No, it is our responsibility to maintain the documents. Okay, that is one important responsibility of a technician. Then yeah, challenges in things. As I stated, turnaround time is one of the most challenging thing. You need to deliver the reports on time. That's a challenging thing in a nutshell, and not so much the associated things with it. Okay, and as I stated, challenges include day closing reports, assessing records, maintaining records, keeping the lab clean, keeping the workflow uniform. We should not disconnect with the higher management. Obviously a doctor will be our supervisor. Definitely sometimes there will be clashes between a doctor and a technician, because if he done any clinical diagnostic mistakes, definitely the first and foremost one that will be blamed will be a technician. They will say that technician did some mistake, so that is how the doctor made a mistake. The technician given a false report and doctor went for a false diagnosis. So we need to be cautious in our activities. We cannot take this job as a lenient. If you become a lenient, game over. You can be land into a jail. You will be convicted. So you need to be we need to be very conscious in our day-to-day job. Okay. So clashes with co-workers. Obviously, if he made a mistake or she made a mistake, definitely if we belongs to the same chain, the workforce, so definitely there will be some things, and you need to maintain all these things. So these are something that we won't discuss usually, but these are the real world problems, and we need to address them. And these things will happen during the same time where you are doing the lab testing also. So yes, and obviously last of final will be safety and self-protection. whatever you are doing, at least you get protected from what you are doing, okay, by your safety gear, PPE, head mask, apron, everything. Okay, so yeah, these are few challenges. And last and final, one of my favorite quotation. So choose a job you love and you need not to work a day. Okay, yes, this is very, very good statement. So, I can tell this personally to me that, I never feel like I'm working hard in my job. I never, because I love it. Okay, you need to feel proud of your job. The one who is criticizing his job, he is not a man. That is my statement now. Yeah, you should love what you're doing. Yeah. So what else we discuss then? Yeah, it's a beautiful thing when your career and passion come together. Obviously, so you have chosen love it or hate it. You become a medical lab technician, and you need to develop a passion, a curiosity, a determination to your job. That's another option. You still have a time to switch in masters, but think wisely. Don't leave MLT. That's my suggestion.
So, Sam,
Yes.
according to you, you like being a professor more than a medical lab technician in a hospital?
Yeah, exactly. I'm an academician, actually. I love teaching. Teaching is my passion. And, I'm surviving in my field because of MLT. So, yeah, it's a love-hate relation with MLT. So I love MLT at the end of the day. Yes. I cannot say, yeah. Moreover, MLT, I love teaching. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah, then coming to pay scales. So in India, where there are many pay scales, that depends upon the type of degree you have, the experience you have, and the skills that you acquired during the course of your MLT. So it all starts with a DMLT, 2 years program. You will get a basic salary. BSc in MLT, you'll get better salary, masters, better salary, PhD, better salary, experience. You can become a lab manager also. I have seen a person in that railway hospital. He's the head of the biochemistry lab, but he's not a doctor. How come he became a head of biochemistry lab? I was surprised and I asked his qualification, and he said he's a diploma in MLT and he finished his DMLT in 1970. So through this 40 years of extensive, 40 to 50 years of experience, he became a entire, in charge of that entire lab. So without even a MBBS degree or even master's degree in MLT, see, that is the power of experience. Okay. And I saw one more person, my own HOD in my previous institute, Calcutta University, he didn't have a PhD, but he's a professor now in MLT. Okay, professor means that is the highest designation to a faculty. First, you will be a tutor, lecturer, assistant professor, associate, then you will become a professor. Professorship requires at least 22 to 30 years to become a professor. And PhD is mandatory, but he became a professor without PhD just because of the experience he has in this vast field. So experience matters a lot. Experience along with the skills and also leadership skills need to be there. So unless and until people are listening to you, you can't work. So you need to have the ability to work as a team, to be united with the team. You should not disconnect with your team. If you're disconnecting, definitely you won't shine irrespective of your experience. And last and final, my personal suggestion, you must accept challenges. Never do a safe game. Please ready to keep yourself at riskiest position, and definitely that will be helpful. Listen, whatever the thing that you're thinking challenging or risk will become easier within a few days. In the beginning, you will feel it's a tough, but the tough will become your routine. Then you will feel pity on yourself. The previously you thought it's an afraid thing, but never do such things. Okay, everything is easy. Listen, a Nobel laureate has 24 hours. A medical lab technician also has 24 hours, or prime minister has 24 hours, and even we too have 24 hours. If he is controlling the entire country, why can't we? So think positively every time. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. This is all about this one. And yeah, these are the various departments in the medical lab technology. We have serology department where we are dealing with the serum of serological studies like rapid card tests, etc. Then microbiology lab, histopathology, biotechnology, biochemistry, phlebotomy, cytology. I think hematology is missing here. I need to add hematology slide next. Actually, I too love hematology. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That is all about. Then career and opportunities in government and so the government sector career opportunities include state government and central government. State government include primary healthcare centers, community centers, district hospitals, and medical colleges are a few state-owned government jobs. And central government, we have many central government. Defense, AIMS, ESI, railways, etc. Ministries, all these things are the central level government jobs. Then coming to even private. So even in private, we have a very good, internationally reputed hospitals and internationally reputed well-established labs are there. For example, few of the hospitals include Apollo, Fortis, Men. These are some North Indian hospitals, whereas diagnostics, these are few diagnostic examples. And now for international students, I would like to give you an advice. Please seek guidance from your seniors, or at least do the internship, even though it is a paid thing. Better do it in a internationally present hospitals. Okay, the hospitals that are already there in your countries. If you are doing such hospital internships, then there is a chance to get a job in your home place upon going back to your country. So try to do in international hospitals. And one more thing, see, we can't blame anyone. Since you came to India, most of the people, relevant to their native language, mother tongue. So definitely we can't expect English from everyone. So most of the times, a lab technician will be a basic knowledge person, like a DMLT or BSc MLT, that too did in their state-owned mini colleges. So they might not know much English to interact with you. Very few you will encounter. That doesn't make you, go backward actually. Better you try to approach some international hospitals where the senior staff can able to help you out. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That is my advice. International students, better do in the reputed hospitals, even if though they are paid, but still that will help you. Someone said that, like Faith said, that you can do internship in your home country. If that facility is there, then you can do in your own country as well, if you can bear the money. Yeah, that is my personal advice about these things in regarding internship and the career. So yeah, what about the upper studies, higher studies? Yeah, you can go for higher studies. My personal advice: please only opt MSc in medical lab technology, no other streams of biology. I'm telling again, take it as a word of caution. Do masters in only medical lab technology, no other fields. Don't go to medical imaging, medical biochemistry, nothing, because you don't have the fundamental knowledge in other domains. If you are saying you want to take medical microbiology, but you don't have a BSc in medical microbiology, even though we are eligible for medical MSc in medical microbiology, but don't opt it, because you have the foundational knowledge in BSc in MLT, not the other fields. So yeah, be serious regarding this advice. Don't ever take MSc in other streams. Okay. Next class yeah, okay, see you. Yeah, so that is what I want to tell you, students. Please only opt MLT in the masters. You can go for specialization in MLT, MSc MLT serology, MSc MLT pathology, MSc MLT microbiology, but not pure medical microbiology or medical biochemistry. Don't take it. If you have any confusions regarding your future, please call me. I will guide you. I will brainwash you, but never take any other domains in the medicine. I'm telling again. Yeah, then also you can become an entrepreneur. You can establish your own lab. You can become a self-owned businessman. Then yeah, there are jobs nationwide and internationally. There are many jobs. Okay, so yeah, there is a very good increase in the pay scale of MLTNs thanks to the COVID pandemic. So COVID has shown the significance of a lab technician in eliminating and in detecting the pathogens. So yeah, we need to be thankful to this particular virus. Actually, it's not a deadly, but it really helped us. Yeah, so salary comparison. Actually, I have made this slide in view of India. Okay, it's not with international standards, but even in internationally, there are a very good salary hike has been increased post pandemic. Okay, so yeah, so it seems that Mumbai in India, Mumbai giving the best salary package. It seems, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Then what else? So there is a hike in the salaries. Don't worry. Okay, within next 10 years, you are at the right time. You have taken this course. So you will be the best candidates to get a good jobs out in the market, because parallelly the council started, we are establishing, we are making the foundation really rigid for a better future. So the future is with us, actually, with the medical lab technicians globally. Already we cannot compare with the already established countries like America. They already have a very good healthcare system, especially in paramedics like MLT. They have their own specialized universities and colleges just for MLT, but not in India and developing countries. But still, there is a huge scope in reforms in the paramedical sciences. Yeah, so don't worry. So that's it. So these are the similar average pay scales of various degree holders of MLT. Okay. With their designations per month. Okay, so the future is honestly looking bright. So I need not to read this slide. So yeah, there is a very good future awaiting for us in the field of MLT. It's very good. So yeah, thank you very much. And medical lab technology, a bright future ahead, as I stated. Yes, any doubts now? Thank you very much, by the way. Any doubts? You need any clarifications? I don't know why, but most of the students become sick. I mean, they become silent.
So we just want to thank you because this is the last class.
Yes, yeah, this is the last class, and thank you very much for all your support. Without your joining these sessions, I cannot success, actually. Thank you very much for each and every student, especially these 41 students who are present till the last minute. Thank you very much. Yeah, I hope the sessions are good. They're helpful. I try my level best to keep them entertained and informative. I haven't went through the slides, boring things. Yeah. Anything you want to share? Yes, Keshav. Sir, nothing, sir. Then shall I end this class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Please say hi to Michael.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Let me bring him. I think he's here all.
Yes.
Yes. So this is the Michael. Now he's healthy.
Hi, Michael.
Michael, see. Okay, thank you very much, students. Thank you. He's confused. You want to teach them? You want to teach them baby shark? Teach them baby shark. Okay. Thank you, class. Thank you, students.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, students. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.